Hello there YouTube, this is Jacob from Team Pyramid. So today I'm coming at you with my first take of the Darkest Diabolos deck, so the Layer of Darkness deck. So I want to go with the Critias build because I love Critias and it works so well with the traps. So I'm going to get into this. Like I said, this is the first take, so if you guys have any ideas of what cards I could use in it, please let me know and comment below. But I run 2 of Diabolos itself. So the reason why I only run 2 is because it does just go ahead and you get it out so fast. You only ever see really and truthfully see 2. However, you can bump it up to 3, and I think I might. The fact that when you tribute one of your own monsters, you get to special summon it from the grave or your hand, and it's non-targetable by your opponents and non-tributable by your opponents. It is incredible. I then run 3 Liliths. So Lilith, you tribute a monster, a dark monster, and it goes ahead and lets your opponent randomly select 1 trap card and set it to your field. So the fact it sets it to the field means it's totally unable to be Ash Blossomed, which is incredible. Then we have our Field Searcher. Harem, I can't pronounce it. The Wicked Warden. So you get to go ahead and pitch that from your hand, and you get to go ahead and get Layer of Darkness. Or you can go ahead and tribute a dark monster, either draw or have a search. So it lets you get through your deck. Then for my Liliths, I play the 3 Urban Horror Ghosts, Umbral Horror Ghosts. So this card allows you, when you normal summon it, allows you to go ahead and you can special summon this card from your hand, and 1 level 4 or lower fiend type monster from your hand. You can only use the effect of this once per turn. You cannot normal summon or set the turn you activate that though. So yeah, it goes ahead and stops you, but you get to go ahead and get your special summon. You special summon that, you special summon Lilith, and then you get to go ahead and pop this for Lilith, for Lilith's effect to get your engine started. I then run 3 Dark Griffer. So I run 3 Dark Griffer due to the fact of it is incredibly good. It lets you go ahead and special summon it by pitching from your hand, and you get to go ahead and send 1 dark to your grave as well. I then run 3 Armageddon Knight. So Armageddon Knight is another Foolish Burial of the deck. It lets you go ahead, when this card is summoned, so it doesn't matter if it's special or normal summon, you get to go ahead and send 1 dark monster from your deck to the grave. So it's any dark monster you want. So I then, off to the one-offs, I run 1 Tour Guide for another special summon of Lilith, 1 Stydian Street Patrol. I'm thinking of taking this out, however it does come in clutch sometimes when it's in the grave and you go ahead and banish it and you get a special summon from that. So that's the main reason it's in there. However, it is a one-off. I'm thinking of taking it out. And then I like running 1 Dark Arm Dragon just for the fact it's a special summon and it really annoys your opponent. So that's it for the monsters. Off to the spells. I ran 3 Layer of Darkness. Obviously, you run 3. You get to go ahead and make all your opponent's monsters dark. You get to go ahead and tribute one of your opponent's monsters instead of attributing yours. So it triggers that for the effects of pretty much all your monsters, which goes ahead and gets you exactly where you need. And it's mandatory that at the end of the turn you get your tokens for that. So I definitely advise having dice for this card, because I know for a while that I forgot to do it sometimes, and it is mandatory. It's not you can, it is straight up. Then I run 1 Dragon Ravine to get Diabolos into the graveyard. Also run 2 Terraforming, so that way I will always see 1 of my field spells, either by the fact of having the Wicked Warden, or my Terraforming. So that's 5 searches for Lair of Darkness, or 2 searches for my Dragon's Ravine. You get there pretty quick. I then run 2 Allure of Darknesses. I only run 2. I'm thinking of bumping it up to 3 or add in Pot of Desires. But I only run 2 at the moment. I haven't done much play testing with this. I will do more. and do an update on the deck itself once I've finalised it. Like I said, this is only the very basic Mark 1 of the deck. Only run 2. I don't like banishing my cards that much because I like my resources in my grave, but it does give you, it does let you fix yourself. It's not a +1. It is itself because you're playing itself plus banishing 1. So you're just basically replacing your hand, replenishing your hand. I played 2 Untitled Critias. I'm bumping this up to 3. The playtesting I have done, definitely want to see that more. That's pretty much what I built the deck around, so I do want to see it more. More than happy to bump that up to 3. It just enables extra plays. Then 2 Twin Twisters. This deck does suffer with being able to get rid of back row, so I've gone ahead and put 2 Twin Twister in. Obviously, it depends on what you want to play. Cosmic Cyclone is brilliant as well. It banishes it, but Twin Twister for pitching to the grave. If you have Diabolos in your hand, you activate that, pitch it to the grave. Go ahead, get your resources. Plus, it also makes it so you have, if you've got monsters in your hand, darks that you don't want to use, like the Urban Horror Ghost, pitch it to the grave. It may actually come in handy for your Dark Arm Dragon to get that onto the field. I then run 1 Foolish Burial. It, like I said, extra fodder in the grave to get your resources there. 1 Enemy Controller. The fact that you can activate this and just totally annoy your opponent by tributing his monster to actually activate its effect is insane. It's free with this deck. Then 1 Monster Reborn. Like I said, the deck runs by getting stuff into the grave. Monster Reborn gets your stuff out of the grave. In all honesty, like I said, I'd definitely bumping Critias up. Might bump Allure up. I don't really want to banish too much because I want to either get Dark Arm Dragon out, and like I said, that way you're banishing from that. So I'm not sure about Pot of Desires in this. If you guys have tested it with Pot of Desires, please let me know in the comments. So that way I can see, you can tell me how it worked for you guys. That would be really appreciated actually if you guys have done that. As well, for the traps, I run 3 Mirror Force and 2 Crush cards, sorry. Thinking of putting in a Ring of Destruction as well, just 1, so that way you can go ahead, I can add an extra fusion for Critias in here, but the fact that you can go ahead Critias and use this, yeah, you never really use Crush cards for its main effect, sorry about that, that was a text message. But yeah, you never really use Critias, Crush Card Virus for its normal effect. You always use it to get out the Doom Virus Dragon. For the main reason is Doom Virus Dragon is the original effect of Crush Card itself, so you use it for that. Then Mirror Force Dragon, like I said, is one of my favourite fusion cards ever. It's so hard to get around, and your opponent will have a hard time getting around it. And it's Mirror Force. So that's it for the main deck. It is a 40 card deck, so it is pretty standard. Like I said, I would really like to hear about cards that you guys run. Any tips or any sort of suggestions of spicy text that you guys think, or any extra ratios of what you think I should put in or take out, please let me know in the comments. But like I said, I'll get off to the extra deck now. So one of my favourites, Mirror Force Dragon. It's a 2800 attack. It's free. It cannot be targeted for attack. Any monsters, any monsters, not just Mirror Force Dragon. Any monsters you control, if they're targeted for attack or by an effect, you nuke your opponent's field. Just nuke the field. Makes it really hard to get around. It is a 2800 attack. It'd be nice if it was 3000. I'd have loved it if it was 3000. But it's really hard to get around, and I just love the fact that when you play it on the board, unless you've got mass clearance, it is incredible. Obviously, you can use things like the kaijus to get over it, or things like that. Anything that tributes it, yeah, you can do that because it's not targeting it. However, it's still really good. Then I run 2 Doom Virus Dragons. Like I said, they're the crush cards of the actual monster, of the actual deck. Even when I run the crush cards, they are the crush cards, the OG. I ran Ouroboros, Evil Swarm. So these are the rank 4s because I do run quite a few. I then run one Utopia. I would be running Lightning, however I can't find my Lightning. So he will be going in here once I find him again. Rebellion, I love the card. Antitopia, one of my favourite cards. I always like flipping my opponent's stuff face down. Always like doing it. Just because it's the oldest way of annoying your opponent. One Phantom Knight Breaksword. You can go into this from Lilith and get the extra pops, and it's just brilliant. Number 48, Shadow Lynch. So the fact that this card generates tokens lets you go ahead and get into Link monsters and enables extra plays with tributing if your opponent don't put anything on the field for you to be able to tribute. You don't really want to keep tributing your monsters, so go ahead and get your tokens. I then run one Topological Bomber Dragon just for mass clearance if you really need it. It's incredible. I think that is one of the, probably, in all honesty, he's one of my favourite Link monsters just for the fact it is just complete board clearance, and it's really easy to get into. Decode Talker, I run 2 of them. So a reason why I run 2 is because he opens up zones and then he gets extra attack. That's literally it. Just opens up zones. And then obviously for the tokens to help you get your plays off, Link Spiders, just go ahead and get them out. It's self-explanatory. But that's it for the deck profile itself. Like I said, this is Mark 1 version of it. I will be play testing it some more and actually putting more effort into it and actually trying to play test different cards, which is why I'd really like to hear what your guys' opinions are with cards to run in it. I will be putting up a Infernoid version of this deck as well. That'll be coming up soon. So I have got that build there as well. But as always, I just want to say I really appreciate every one of you guys for watching and taking your time to literally watch my videos and even comment on them. I really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. But as always, if you really like the video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Just share the videos along with everyone because it helps my channel grow, and I would really appreciate that. So thank you very much everyone at YouTube for watching, and hope you have a great day.